I am pretty sure that everyone knows about the famous disease called COVID-19, or maybe many people call it coronavirus. But probably some of you did not know the anatomy and morphology of this virus, or how it spreads and infects others. So this is the reason why I created this video. Hello everyone, my name is Miracle, and today I'm going to present to you about COVID-19, or many people call it coronavirus. Before we dive into the sea of complicated knowledge, we need to at least know the basics, and I will start with this very simple question. What is coronavirus? Coronavirus is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered strain of coronavirus, and this virus is famously known to cause respiratory infections. The pathogen that causes all of this is a virus. Now let us go to a more complicated question. But don't worry, I am going to summarize the answer. Question number 2. What is the structure of coronavirus? In the picture, it seems to be more complicated, but actually the coronavirus is just an RNA that is covered by an envelope that are made out of proteins and fat. On the envelope, there are glycoprotein spikes, and their function are to be the key that will open an entrance to one of our body cells. Other things like M and E proteins aren't necessary. Meanwhile, the hemagglutinin esterase dimer, or short name HE, have a function to stick into a specific receptor so the virus won't move around. Question number 3. How does it spread? The symptoms will only appear after 2 to 14 days, so the infected person will not know if he or she got infected. And in that period of time, the virus can spread. And they did it silently and without the person knowing it. The virus had multiple ways to infect you. The indirect way of the virus to infect you is when you touch a contaminated surface with your hands and say that you rub your face or rub your nose, or even if you don't actually wash your hands and ended up grabbing a food and eat it, and that will open a way to infect you. Meanwhile, the direct way for the virus to infect you is through physical interaction with the host. For example, kissing, hugging, shake hands, and more. Question number 4. What are the symptoms? The virus will start entering your mouth, nose, or eyes, and once it reaches your lungs, the virus start infecting and killing epithelial cells in our lungs, which is the protecting lining of your lungs, causing the person to cough uncontrollably. Once all of the epithelial cells are gone or destroyed, other bacteria that usually aren't a problem can infect your alveoli, and breathing for the victim will be harder or sometimes fail. And the only way to fix this is through the ventilator. If the virus managed to get inside your bloodstream, the virus can start infecting your digestive system and start dealing damage. Once it dealt damage, symptoms like diarrhea and nausea will kick in. And when the immune system is triggered, a fever will come and you will feel tiredness too. If the victim did not get treated correctly, the victim may die due to suffocation or dehydration. Question number 5. How will our immune system react? Our immune system will trigger a fever that will make the virus to reproduce slower, and our body send killer T cells, neutrophils, white blood cells, and antibodies to fight the infection. Question number 6. Is it more deadly than influenza? If you compare this virus with influenza, COVID-19 is far more deadly since there are no one that is immune to COVID-19, while some people already have immunity to influenza. And COVID-19 have killed more than influenza, and it have a mortality rate over 3%, because it's not sure yet and influenza have mortality rate well below 0.1%. COVID-19 have more lethal symptoms than influenza. The disease is caused by the same pathogen, which is virus, and coronavirus is said to be more contagious than common flu or influenza. Last question. What program can we make to stop the virus? If I have a chance to create a program to stop the virus, that program's purpose would be to provide supplies like mask, soap, hand sanitizer, and clean water for those who cannot afford or get them. This program should teach people general information of the virus and how to not get infected. Raising their awareness and knowledge of the virus can reduce the spread rate of the virus until the stopping point. That is it for today. Thank you for watching, students and teacher. I appreciate the project. So far I've been enjoying it, and thank you so much for watching.